Hello everyone, Charlene Hess here with Living Whole Beauty, and today's how-to tutorial is going to be on how to cut your own bangs. So I know that salons are closed right now during the coronavirus, and what do you do when your hair's in your eyes and you have no appointment in sight? That's why I'm here to help you get through this time. Firstly, I do want to say that I am not encouraging you to cut your own hair. Definitely not. But I do want to teach you just a really quick some tips and tricks to be able to know how to cut your own bangs for those moments and times when you can't get into your hairdresser. So Roxanne Saylor's here, my lovely model who is demonstrating bangs because I don't have any. So we're going to let her do her own bangs today, and I'm going to walk her through it just as though I'm walking you through it. So first of all, it's really important to start with your bangs already styled. So you want to, however you normally wear them, that's how you're going to wear them. Then you're going to go through and pull your hair back so that you can see what exactly is your bangs, separating your hair from all of the rest of your bangs. There's a little clip here.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, so it's really important when you are going to be doing this to make sure that if you have any long hairs that are hanging over, that you pull them back and keep them clipped away. You do not want to keep cutting those little pieces. You may be tempted thinking, oh, well, it's just one little piece. But if you do that again and again and again and again, then before you know it, your bangs are gonna be all the way back to here. So really important, pull any little strays out and push back. And this is for if you already have bangs. This is not for if you're going to be giving yourself bangs. So that's going to be a different tutorial. This is you already have bangs and now you want to just trim them to get them out of your eyes. Okay, so with Roxanne's fringe, fringe is also bangs. She has her fringes fairly straight across with a little bit of a rounded corner on the end so that her corners are a little bit longer to blend in with her long hair. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. If you want to keep the corners long, what you're going to do is grab all of the bangs, all of that fringe together in the center, pulling all of it together, all the hair from both sides, coming to center, and you're going to pinch it all the way to the very center. By doing that, by pulling everything together, and then once you cut it, what you're going to do is as you release it, that will make the corners a little bit longer. The other option, if you want to have them more straight across all the way back, then what you will do is you will cut them without pulling them all to the center. So you will leave that a little bit wider. So depending on how wide that is going to determine how much of the corner you cut off. So if you want a long edge, like a curtain bang, you're going to hold it all together in your little piece fingers. Go ahead and do that. So we'll demonstrate the first one, which is pulling it all together. Make sure we get all of the fringe there. Good.
But not that piece. Okay, so pull them together?
Yeah, so grab that, pull all of them together, and then you're gonna take your little piece fingers, and then you're just gonna hold right at the center, right about at your eyebrow length. From there, you're just going to lift up just a little bit so that makes this a little bit loose. You don't want to have that pulled really tight. And again, have your hair dry and styled. Don't do this when it's wet. If you do it when it's wet, they're going to end up quite a bit shorter than what you want. And we're just going to take a little bit at a time. So doing it with this method, we're going to work with using the scissors, cutting straight across.
Okay. This is where I go cross-eyed.
Yeah.
I'm so scared. I'm used to my stylist doing this.
It is a little bit scary. And then go ahead and let go. And then, ta-da! Freshly out of her eyes. And so then it leaves that little bit of the longer corner. Now, if you wanted to cut them and take some of that corner away, so you can see how, if you look here, you can see how that line nicely comes down so that it can blend with the rest of her hair. If she wanted a fringe, or if you have the type of hair where your fringe comes straight back and it's all the way across, then what you would do, and don't worry, I won't cut it that way. What you would do is you would bring all of it to about the center of your eyebrow on both sides. That's going to be about the width that you hold it. Then you'll go through and you would just point cut if you want to have a little bit of a softer edge, or if you want a blunt edge, then you will cut straight across. So those are the two markers of what to do when you get your corners. So for Roxanne, we want to keep her corners, so we're not going to take any more off of that. So then the next piece, if you don't want to have a really solid blunt line and you want to have a little bit more lift, so Roxanne has naturally curly hair, so she wants a little bit more lift in through here. So the next piece of what you're going to do is you'll go ahead and take that whole section and you're going to comb it all the way up. So as you comb it up, you can see these little hairs are going to fall down, and once those hairs fall out, you know you're not going to be changing the length. Then what's left, you're going to hold that straight up, and then you're just going to take and cut straight across, just taking a very little edge away. You don't want to cut very much. So I'll let you go ahead and do that. Using the comb. Okay. So holding it up, seeing that most of this front part drops out, and you go ahead and, yep, line it up with your fingers.
This is where, can I see it? I don't know. This is much easier to do in a mirror.
Yes.
Doing it in a phone is not as easy, but I got a little bit.
Yeah. So then that gives it that little bit of lift. So there it is, how to cut your own bangs. You can also go through another little a little tip is, if you want them to be a little bit more straight across, you'll just pick the hair up, put the comb there, right? So the teeth of the comb are facing out, right? So the teeth are facing out. So you pick the hair up, let the teeth face out, comb down, and then lift a little bit so that you get a little bit of this fullness here versus being pulled down straight. And then you can just go in with the points of the scissors and trim just the edges this way. Just moving back and forth. You can cut it straight across, holding it out just slightly, but if you do it with using the points of the scissors, coming up into the comb, so the comb is going to be facing teeth out, and then you'll just go in and cut just like that. And there you go. How to cut your own bangs. So then when she takes her hair down, it now blends nicely with the rest of her hair because we kept those nice little corners. So there it is. Hopefully that is helpful for you. I am open to doing Zoom calls to help you. If you want to try and do this on your own and you want a little help, please feel free to reach out to me. I am offering my services via virtual haircutting lessons. Just go ahead and leave a message. My information is down below. And if you like this video and you'd like to see more, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And I'd love your feedback. Is there something more that you would like to have to be taught? Is there something else? Any other hair question or makeup question or fitness question? Please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much and have a great day.